but the prices are skyrocketing. What's up with that? The greed is diabolical. Like, you are literally making dupes of your own products, and you put your trademark logo on it and selling it for an exorbitant price. If something is something, shouldn't it always stay that way? Why are we moving the goalpost? Is that fair to the consumer? I have questions. So, quiet luxury. Is it dead? Is it gone already? Are you ready for it to leave? Did you ever want it around in the first place? I think we have to look at why was it, embraced so much. People, maybe celebrities, socialites, or bigger influencers wanted to, distance themselves because too many, common folk had access to certain brands or labels. So maybe there was a movement towards being more humble with your luxury wear, perhaps. It's a thought. Maybe some of these influential people wanted to move away from seeming like they were too boisterous with their fashion. They wanted to seem more humble. Maybe this whole quiet luxury made them more relatable or likable, more down to earth. Maybe it's more of a PR move that ballooned into something more as in a whole aesthetic. And are we tired of aesthetics already? Like, when does personal style come back? The quiet luxury thing just did not work for me. Now, it's cute to mix in those pieces with something that's more dramatic or giving more oomph or drawing more attention. But as a whole look, it's kind of boring. It's a little dull, to my liking. The only good thing about it is the quality of the product. If it's a really good quality product, then, the fact that there are no visible branding or logos all over, just in your face about it, I guess that's a good thing. It just depends on what you prefer and what you're comfortable with. Hence, can personal style come back? If it's your style, then let it be your style. It doesn't have to be everybody's style. And then we're not just making a trendy aesthetic thing, like the mob wife aesthetic. It's just food for thought. Now, if we do move away from quiet luxury, what happens to those brands who have made their splash in the fashion industry on that look alone? Do they pivot? And if you do pivot, the loyal customer, your customer base that you've built up, do they go away? Do they feel betrayed and leave you? Will they be enough? Will it be worth it to move away from that aesthetic? And as a brand, is that really a good idea to go all in on something like that? Quiet luxury? The drop in sales, is that worth it for the ones that were just doing it for the aesthetic and then they move away to catch the next wave? I wonder what that's going to look like in a few years. Because I do see us moving away from the quiet luxury. People are getting bored. They want drama. They want creativity. They want innovation. They want something that sparks their own creative and something that fits more within their personal style. They want those pieces that really pop if they're a person who loves the dramatics or loves something that's different. There are plenty of creative and fashion lovers in the fashion industry or who indulge in fashion and beauty who want the unexpected. They're drawn to that. That's what they love. That's what they have a taste for. And if you indulged in a quiet luxury movement, was that really your style? If you move away from it and no longer like it? What was the reason? What was your motive for shifting your everyday wear in your wardrobe to that whole look? Like, was that really authentic in the first place? To now all of a sudden you don't want to wear? Or is that just your personal style evolving? You know, even for me, throughout the years, my style does evolve, but there isn't a complete shift from one thing to another. It's more of an incorporation of new things. There's always a way with these different aesthetics. People love a trend. People have a sheep-like behavior. So you just wonder, what's the next wave that everyone's gonna jump on? And what happened to individuality? Society, you know, really punish people for being different and having a different point of view. They immediately say, oh, you're hating, or you're spreading negativity. Now, if the person isn't being negative, there's a difference between being negative and expressing a different, or having a difference of opinion. People do not know how to, you know, accept an opposing viewpoint. If someone isn't attacking you with negative words, then what's the problem? It doesn't mean that one person's opinion should be valued over another. Now, we've seen recent news of designers and their manufacturing practices and work conditions that they've been absolved from because, you know, employee treatment is left up to the owner of the actual factories. But the quality of these luxury goods have really plummeted, but the prices are skyrocketing. What's up with that? The greed is diabolical. Like, you are literally making dupes of your own products, and you put your trademark logo on it and selling it for an exorbitant price. Like, so high I can touch the sky type of pricing. You can't tell me that's some diabolical behavior. It's like, oh my God, really? So you have this demand for vintage goods now, because that's where the quality is. I just wonder. State of fashion, especially in the luxury world. Like, my goodness, is it even worth it anymore? How does that make them better than the fast fashion market that gets so much heat from the elitist? How are they any different? You're supposed to be luxury. To me, you're supposed to be quality from manufacturing, from design to production. What is this luxury price tag really paying for? On the other hand, that's really good for vintage boutiques and vintage sellers. There's a huge demand, a huge market now. It expands their customer base. So good for them. Where people used to thumb their nose up, oh, that was 1 season ago. That was 3 seasons ago. I don't want that. Now that's all people want. They want something 15 seasons ago. They want to go back to 2015. If something is something, shouldn't it always stay that way? Why are we moving the goalpost? Is that fair to the consumer? I have questions. But yet the prices are just ridiculous. I just can't get over some of these prices. It's like, really? And you know you're not giving what you used to give. I understand inflation, things change. What's the reason for the lack of quality? What's the reason for discounting in the area of quality and craftsmanship? Why? Can somebody tell me why? It's going to be interesting to see where luxury goes from here. Because more and more people are waking up to the fact that these prices are ridiculous. And they kind of feel priced out and targeted in a way. It's like, do you really not want me as a customer anymore? Is that what we're getting at? Or is that a secondary level to your marketing plan? You want to reshape the face of your customer. You have to ask yourself why. Why do they not want you as your customer anymore? This is where fashion intersects with society and societal issues. If your money isn't being appreciated or no longer wanted, then why hang around? Do they really deserve your money? That's something to consider. Why hang around, as a customer where you're not wanted? I was always told as a child, if you're not wanted there, then leave. Why would you want to be there? Your energy is best protected and best served where you are accepted and wanted in those spaces. Why not go where you're loved? And let's be real, some of these designs are really just trendy. It's like, how long are you really gonna wear like the Loewe shielded shades? I mean, are you really gonna wear those forever? There were some very good dupes on Amazon. I mean, is it really worth the price tag? So you earn your money in some capacity. So why not be mindful of where you're spending that money? Why be so frivolous with something that, regardless if you believe in a blessing or not, it is. It's a good privilege to have financial freedom. These are just some of the observations that I've had and some thoughts that have come to me since I love fashion so much, and skincare and beauty. That's mostly what I do on my channel. It's fashion, but I'm trying to mix in more fashion and beauty because I love that just as equally. I love all the things. And you wonder if the brands themselves and the powers that be within these luxury brands even care. Like, do they care about the perception of the people, or are they only concerned with the few, the core few that they know will always return home regardless of what they put out, regardless of how they market certain things? We do have cancel culture, and there are brands who really felt the wrath of that. So thank you guys for watching and listening to my little monologue here. I do have a blog post up on my website about is luxury really dead? I pose a lot of questions because I really like to know, like, what are we doing here? It's kind of interesting to me, the shifts that are going on. So check that out if you're a reader. It's a quick read. I never make my blog posts too long. And jump down in those comments with your thoughts, your questions. Let's get the conversation going. I love to hear what you think. Thank you for watching. Bye.